Hi guys, so today I'm going to be answering your questions. Just over a week ago I recorded my I'm in Australia vlog and I asked you to post questions if you had any in the description box down or in the comments down below. So I think it's about time I answered some of your questions. People ask me a lot of the same questions all the time, so I thought it would be nice to just answer all of them in one go. So I have a little bit more than 20, but I'll just kind of go and see how many I can get through. I don't want the video to be crazy long, but I'll try and get through as many of them as I can. A lot of them were repeated, so hopefully I'll cover everything. So the first question that I'm going to answer, and I get asked this like on a daily basis, is what camera do you use? I know it's not really a personal question, but I thought I'd answer it now. I use a Panasonic Lumix G2. It was a birthday present or a Christmas present from my boyfriend a couple of years ago. I will post a link down below to the Amazon page you can get it on, so if you want to have a look at how much it is and all the different features and stuff like that, the link will be in the description box down below. Okay, so we'll get into the personal questions now. So the first one is from Orange and Yogurt. I like that name. And she actually asked, or they, I don't know, it could be he, asked about 3 questions, and it's all about traveling. So have I ever been in a country for a long period of time, as in over 3 months? Do I like traveling, and which countries interest me, and where have I loved traveling? So I'll try and answer all of them in one go. The answer to the first one is yes. Before being in Australia about 3 years ago, I was in Boston for just 3 months. And we also went to Portland and Vancouver. Yeah, I think that's all we went. Yeah, so I was just there with my boyfriend. He was working and I was basically on a really long holiday. Best 3 months of my life. I absolutely love traveling. When I had started in college and a lot of my friends were going off doing gap years, it's a big thing in Ireland to go to Australia especially, and the US, and do like your summer abroad and do a working holiday. It never interested me at all. And then as soon as I finished and everyone was kind of coming back and had all these amazing stories of all these places they had been, I was like, hang on a second, I want to go. So yeah, I love traveling. I think it's one of the best things you can do to, you know, really broaden your mind and meet so many different people and see how different people live in different countries, and it really makes you realize that everyone is exactly the same no matter where you go. Everyone's the same. In terms of which countries interest me, I don't really have like a list of where I really want to go. Like even my boyfriend kind of torments me. He always, because with his work he can travel a lot, and he's like, where do you want to go next? What do you want to do next? I'm like, I don't know, I don't care, wherever. I'm happy to go wherever, to be honest. I don't really care where. Okay, the next question, and this got asked a lot by a lot of different people, is what inspired you to start in makeup? I have a few different answers for that question. Like, I think I've wanted to be a makeup artist since I was, you know, as old as people knew what they wanted to do, like since I was like 10 or 11. When I was in school, I had really bad skin, and I was kind of rebellious. Like, I was one of those girls wearing like the Corn hoodie, and I was into metal, and you know, I was one of the alternative crowd. So I was always experimenting with dyeing my hair and wearing ridiculous clothes. Like, I look back now and I'm like, oh God, Sharon, what were you thinking? I was always kind of quite expressive, and I didn't really care what anyone thought of me. But at the same time, I always wanted to look pretty, you know, and I always wanted to like have perfect skin. And so I started experimenting with makeup very young on, and I think it's because of that, like experimenting and making horrible mistakes, that's why I'm good at it now. I have I've made all the mistakes and I know what not to do. But yeah, I've always just loved the transformative power of makeup, and how when you do someone's makeup, their face is just like, oh my God, I didn't even know I could look like this. It's amazing. It's like magic. So yeah, I suppose that's kind of what inspired me to start making. I've always been interested in art and design, and I love anything to do with color and texture. I'm a bit girly like that, but yeah, I don't know. I hope that answers that question. And also related to that, I got asked an awful lot where I went to makeup school or if I could recommend a makeup school in Ireland. And I didn't go to makeup school. I've been asked this question many times. I don't actually have a makeup qualification, so I hope that doesn't make you think that I'm not able to do makeup, because you don't need to have a makeup qualification to do makeup. I know in certain countries it's different. In Ireland, where you actually don't need a makeup qualification or a beauty qualification in order to call yourself a makeup artist. Now, I know that's not the case in every country, so please don't take my word as gospel for that. I can only speak for Ireland. I had known a lot of people that were in the makeup industry, and it was always recommended to me to do something in art rather than to do a makeup course or a beauty course. In Ireland, there aren't really that many places, or there weren't, especially when I was kind of getting into makeup and finished school. There really weren't that many makeup courses that were specifically makeup. It was more beauty therapy, and you did 2 years of like waxing and electrolysis and tan and all the stuff that I had absolutely no interest in, and you might do 2 days of makeup. So I didn't want to waste 2 years of my life doing that. And I actually couldn't really afford to do a makeup course because they are so expensive. So I went to art college because I wanted to be able to draw and understand colours and textures, and I think that's more important in makeup than going to beauty school. But that's in my own opinion. Now, I'd actually love to go and do a makeup course, just so I have the piece of paper. It's purely like prestige, just to be like, yes, I actually have a diploma in makeup. But I can't really answer the question, could I recommend one in Ireland, because I've never been to one. Okay, next question. How long do you plan to stay in Oz? Well, we just have a year visa, so we're here. Our visa is here until our visa is valid until the 1st of December, and then we don't know what we're going to do. We, you know, if we want to, we could try and see about extending that or getting a different visa to stay a little bit longer, or we might move on somewhere else, or we might go back to Ireland. We don't know what we're going to do, but for the foreseeable future, we're here until the 1st of December. Now, the next question, this is asked a lot as well. I got asked an awful lot about my boyfriend, and he's actually in the next room, and I don't know how happy he was about, that's really personal, isn't it? God, why do they want to know that? He thought it was fascinating that people actually want to know about him. But so I got asked how long have we been together and where did you meet and all that kind of stuff. So I'll just give you the brief story. So myself and Paul met 6 years ago. We've been together for 6 years outside a nightclub in Limerick called Costello's. So anybody from Limerick, I'm sure you all know where Costello's is. It is the best nightclub in Ireland, in my opinion. I loved it. So yeah, that's where we met. We've been together for 6 years. We've been traveling together. We've lived together for like 4 years, probably 5 years now at this stage. Yeah, so I'm not going to go into too much details, but hopefully that'll stay trap shite on that one. Oh, what kind of music are you into? I'm into all kinds of music, really. I do love like singer-songwritery, acoustic-y kind of music. I actually feel like, especially out here, I don't know any new bands that are out. I find it so hard to keep up. I think I'm getting old. I find it really hard to keep up with the new stuff that's out. I have no idea what's in the charts at the moment, and especially here they're obviously really big into Australian bands and, you know, promoting Australian music, which is a great thing, but I just have no idea who anybody is. So I just kind of throw on the radio and listen to whatever's on, to be honest. I'm quite easy. I'll listen to anything. When I was younger, I was a bit of a music Nazi, and I would only listen to like rock or metal, or, you know, I would never listen to like Britney Spears or pop or anything like that. I think my taste in music has definitely mellowed over the years, and I'll listen to whatever, you know. I don't have like a particular genre and that's all I listen to. I'll listen to whatever. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I only have one little brother. He's 2 years younger than me. Yeah, there's just the two of us. And actually, shameless plug, he is in film school at the moment. I'm sure I'll probably get in trouble. I'm sure that's not what it's called, but he's doing a like production movie or media production course. And he is actually making a short movie or a short film himself. And he's been, I just spat. And he's been uploading like filming or video production diaries onto YouTube, just like the making of as it goes along. So I will post the link to those in the description box down below, and if you want to have a look and see what my brother looks like, he's in there. So yeah, I'll post the description box down below. I thought this is a strange question, but then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I would have loved if somebody had answered this question before I moved to Sydney. How did you move all your makeup from Ireland to Sydney? I didn't. I wasn't able to. It was so expensive to ship stuff over, to courier stuff, and because you all know makeup is really heavy, so I wasn't able to afford to stick everything in a box and ship it over. So I took most of the stuff I thought I would use. I have about half of it with me. So I brought like most of my foundations and my palettes and a selection of lipstick and glosses, so I kind of covered everything, but I don't have everything, and I left an awful lot of like glitter and stuff that you just don't use on a day-to-day basis or would use in doing someone else's makeup. I kind of took the practical stuff, and I sacrificed a lot of clothes in order to do that, because we did 27 kg limit each, and like we were coming over for a year, so I really have like no clothes with me whatsoever. And I just packed it into, I got like plastic vanity kind of cases, squishy vanity bags, toilet bags, there we go, from Pennies or Primark. Before we left I got about 15 of them, and I just stuck everything in and shoved it in the suitcase. So that was it. What 2 things do you miss about Ireland? Family and friends. There's nothing really that I've kind of been pining for over here, because Australia, because I think it's a Commonwealth country, it's very it's quite British, so there's a lot of the British kind of brands over here. I can go down to the shop and get the same tea and the same biscuits and stuff that I would have gotten at home anyway. There's very few things that you can't get here that you can get in Ireland. So yeah, it's got to be my friends and my family. They're the only 2 things I really miss about Ireland. What's your favorite film? This is a really hard question to answer. It's the same as what's your favorite book or what's your favorite song. It changes all the time, but I think I always go back to, and it's so cheesy, but I always go back to You've Got Mail. It's like the girliest, most vacant movie ever, but I love it. It is the perfect movie to curl up on the couch, duvet, box of chocolates, cup of tea. That's just like my idea of heaven. Yeah, You've Got Mail or Sleepless in Seattle, close second. Anything with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, love it. So I'm going to leave it at that. I think I answered just about all the questions. There was definitely some repeats in there. As I said, I don't want the video to be too long, but I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and I hope you like this. And if you want me to do more videos like this, please let me know, more kind of vlog videos. Yeah, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.